Hi and welcome back to my playthrough of the Pirate Republic. And in theory this could be the last episode of my playthrough. We both, Dummy Play and I, still have a lot of cards in the deck, but let's see how things go. Okay, let's move over to the Dummy Player. He will draw 3 cards now. He will roll the Tidings die, that's a 2, so we will discard 2 cards and then it's back to us. And we are here at Pensacola. Well, no, not Pensacola, of course. I'm in here at Fort Barrancas, where we build our pirate haven. And yeah, let's roll the Tidings die for us. That's a +2, so we have 5 movement points for this turn. That's not bad. And again, I'm still considering to take out one of those treasure fleets. The old-fashioned way was simply attacking those guys. And yeah, in order to get there, I still have to fight those 2 ships. Shouldn't be a big problem. On the other hand, I could also try to go after one of those capital harbors here, so maybe Port Royal or East or Havana itself. Havana is definitely very tough to beat, to be honest. 25 long range and 20 close quarters. On the other hand, Port Royal only 19 and 18, so this both should be possible. So I'm not quite sure what I want to do first, but I think I want to clean out the region around Havana first in order to have us move there. I don't want to flee or want to rely on my fleeing capabilities, even though we have this awesome crew member with us who allows us once per round to flee from a combat automatically. How cool is that? Okay, let's use 1-2 movement points to move into the sea region of Havana. So let's decide who we want to fight first, the pirate or the merchant. And I think let's go for the pirate, even though we have to get another chaos card if we are defeating him, which can be a good thing, to be honest. So you have seen that for yourself. They're not bad, or not really bad, at least not in solo play. So yeah, let's roll for the pirate. So we will attack him first, or we will try to attack him first. That's another hit. Awesome. So we will go first. That's 4 long range or 5 close quarters. And as we still have this mission here, actions speak louder than words, we want to use close quarters, of course. So we will flip our ship token here to the other side. So that's 5 close quarters, enough to take out the pirate. So therefore we gain 3 more swagger, and I miscounted the last time. So we are at 62 points, in fact, and now we are moving up to 65. Really cool stuff. But let's not forget our chaos card here. If the active player begins their turn on any sea territory announced. Okay, so I think in this case we really have to wait for the next turn to start. This is how I understand it. This is how you would normally trigger those for the other player. If you see, okay, hey, you just started your turn in a thing, then you would say, let's announce in the captain's logbook from your last victory, you find the following entry. My son has been taken hostage by a band of thugs. If you help me, I will give you a handsome reward. Give this card to the active player, draw territory cards until you get a land territory. If you enter this territory, then you spend 1 reputation token or generate +3 close quarters attack. By the end of your next turn, you rescue the lost son and ransom him. You do not need to roll a hit or initiative to enter this territory. If you rescue and ransom the lost son, gain 3 swagger. At the start of your next turn, we know that drill, we would pass. So we have basically 2 full turns, but of course we have to wait until we can trigger it, because it says this will only be triggered when we start the turn on the sea territory. But of course we completed our mission here and we decided to go with the end of game reward here. So we must not forget this to gain 4 more swagger. So I would put it next to our character card, next to the other mission we already completed. And then we have to defend from this merchant here who is hitting us for 3 long range. And again, I was a little bit too quick. I shouldn't have given myself the swagger and the card, but here it was really clear I'm not going to flee and yeah, really hit him directly. But this really costs us. So I think I will spend, this is now tough. We need to come up with 3 long range now. So I think I will go for the Scourge of the 7 Seas. This gives us 2 long range, and then let's also spend the Cut Him to Pieces. So those are the 3 cards, or the 2 cards we need in order to defend from that merchant. Next we have to attack him for 3 points, and here we can simply use our 2 crew cards here. They both produce 4 long range, so more than we need. This defeats him and gives us 1 additional swagger. I still have a lot of movement points left, but because I want to really find out where the hostage is being held and I want to rescue him, I think I want to end my turn earlier. So I think let's move into this space here for now. Let's remove this ship miniature for now. We don't have to fight those, we can, but we don't have to do that. And I think here we want to end our movement, because then I'm at sea and then the card would trigger and then I would find out where the hostage is being held. So yeah, let's do that. But let's draw up to 6 cards, 2 movement points. And what is this? The hail shot. And that's a pretty cool card, to be honest. When combating a merchant or pirate, set your initiative die to a hit. How cool is that? Or we could go for 1 and 1 pretty much, or we could go for the power defect here. When combating a merchant, pirate or naval ship, set your initiative die to a hit. Well, this is really a great card when you start the game. Right now I think it's not that great anymore, but at least the powered up effect can still provide 2 and 2, which is always great. But then let's move over to the dummy player. He will draw 2 more cards and then he will roll the tidings die. That's a white lookout, so he's discarding 3 cards. So coming closer, we still have 3 cards, so I really have to do something. Okay, this time is really much faster than the rounds before. And before we roll the tidings die, I want to trigger my chaos card. But to be honest, I'm having a hard time understanding what he says, because give this card, draw territory cards until you get a land territory. The problem is there aren't land territories. There are territories that have land spaces and sea spaces, and I think that's what he means by that. So yeah, let's simply draw a card. And what do we have here as a Kibo? Okay, that's all the way down to the southeast, if I'm not mistaken. So pretty much down there. The problem is I really don't understand. If you enter this territory, you don't have to roll the initiative die. Why should I do this? When do I need to roll the initiative die to enter a territory? So I'm not sure what he really means by that. On the other hand, it's really so far from where we want to be that I think I will pass on this. It only provides us 3 swagger, and there are definitely bigger fish, or there's definitely bigger fish to fry. So yeah, let's pass on this. I believe I really only can fail if I try to do this mission right, so I would better not try it in the first place. Okay, let's roll our tidings die now. That's the white lookout, so that means a naval ship or a pirate hunter will come visiting us. And yeah, we have one right here. I think there's no need to count. So this French guy will move into Andros area here, and I think we could try to go for it. It's not a weak shift, and we want to really get after one of those treasure ships here, because I have to fight another ship anyway. So I think in this case I might as well go after him. Of course, this means I will have to spend some cards or have to activate some of my crew cards, and then we may be a little bit short, to be honest, but we can still flee. So I think let's roll the initiative die. If we are lucky, yeah, that's a hit. I think there are way more red symbols than whites on this. And we can now come up with 7 long range or 7 close quarters. And I think I want to burn through at least 1 more card, so I get some more powerful card later on. So why not? Let's use 4 here, 5 here. I will go for the close quarter, so we need 2 more in order to beat 7, and I think I will go for the fire ship, which gives me the 2 points I need in order to defeat that French naval ship. And this gives me 3 swagger plus 1 reputation, bringing me to 69 swagger. I'm considering to burn through 1 more card by going after this pirate here, but this also means my hand size will go down, because this will be the 6th pirate ship I'm sacking, or sinking pretty much, and then I would lose my pirate haven, and this would reduce my hand size by 1, and this is not what I want to do here. So I think that's not a good idea at all. So maybe I want to go after this merchant up there. This could give me 2 more points. I have 4 more movement because of our naval officer. So yeah, let's go there. That's 1 and 2. So let's fight this guy up here. Let's roll the initiative die accordingly. That's a critical miss. And I think I don't have a re-roll. So I need to discard a reputation token or a card or take a wound. But I think that's the worst option right now. But anyway, if we are defending, he will attack us with 3 close quarters, and that's the worst result. I would be totally okay to give away 2 of those reputation to defend from the strike fear, but I don't want to spend 3 of my close quarters. Really one of the most powerful cards. So I think not. Let's try to flee. So let's roll that die again. That's a hit. Okay, we are allowed to flee. We can move to any empty sea zone. And we could also decide maybe we should go into St. Croix here. This is also a very tasty place to be. Maybe easier than to deal with this treasure ship up there. But on the other hand, I promised you a treasure ship. So yeah, I will totally move into the sea region of Nassau, or flee into the sea region of Nassau. Then I still have 2 more movement points left. Yeah, let's move into the sea region again. Let's move into Androsh here for now. So we are here. No harm was done, to be honest. And I think, yeah, I will end my turn now, which means I get to draw an additional card. And this was not the card I was hoping for, as I was really hoping for a card that lets me draw another card, for example. I think there's even a card that lets me draw 2 cards, and this would have been perfect in order to take out this treasure fleet, because with those cards I'm not quite sure if I will be able to come up with 30 weapon points in total. And yes, I totally decided not to allow myself to use the coveted cutlass here. There weren't any comments on this, so I ruled it. I'm not allowed to do that. And of course, this would be perfect for this treasure fleet, but I've really felt like cheating when I've sacked or coveted attacked the treasure fleet down in Cartagena. So yeah, I still have this cutlass hanging over whatever my bunk or so, but I'm not allowed to use it. But now time is running out, and I really... it's the last card, so he will announce end of round as of, yeah, basically I have 2 more turns now. Doesn't really matter how much card he's going to discard, because, yeah, his deck is empty, so he will announce end of round. And in the end, it really is a race against the dummy player. It didn't feel like this during round 1, and maybe also not that much in round 2, but now it really does feel like it, because we still have a hell of a lot of cards in our deck which we will not be able to use. Wow, that's a blow. So maybe I will not be able to show you how to sack one of those treasure fleets, but let's roll the tidings die. That's 2, so we will have in total 6 movement points for this last run. That's not bad. So in this case, I think I have to start sacking some of those guys. Maybe I will go after St. Croix, my original plan, to be honest. So I will spend 1, 2, 3, 4 movement points sailing into St. Croix. There we have to roll the initiative die. Again, a critical miss. Oh man, this blows like crazy, to be honest. Are you kidding me? All the time I was rolling so well, and now when it really matters, I'm rolling like crap. And I will not be able to defend from this port and to attack it in the same time. I'm really, if I would have 3 more reputation, there's no way I get more if I'm not mistaken. This really hurts. I think I'm short of 1 of those symbols. So I think I have to flee. I cannot even use my Brigands of Madagascar, because they only allow me to flee when I combating a ship. That's clearly not a ship. So yeah, let's flee the old-fashioned way. And if I'm not really unlucky, I have to still fight. No, I'm not. Okay, I will sail out, because... for they would shoot me into smithereens, and this was really a lame turn, to be honest. I still have 2 more movement points though, so maybe let's try this guy again, and yeah, try to take him out. So again, we roll the initiative die. This is unbelievable, and I think I just forgot to penalize myself, to be honest. So I will totally go for a reputation token for this St. Croix, and for my thing I will do the same pretty much. Or should I discard a card? This could also be viable. No, I will not. I don't need those, so I will discard 2 of those. So 1 for Synchroa, 1 for this critical miss. Still I have to defend, and I think this time I will not try to flee. I have enough. So let's come up with 3 close quarters. So I will go for this card here again. We have to power. I really don't care now. Not so Pirates Folly. Let's discard it. Let's discard this. So we defend it. Next we need to come up with 2, 3 or 2 of those close quarters. Here it really doesn't matter. I will send in the cavalry here and defeat this token. I could go for 2 swagger, or I think in this case I may need some more of those. No, let's go for the reputation here, because I may really need it. And yeah, this more or less concludes my turn. On the other hand, we still have 1 more movement point. So yeah, let's move back to Nassau and yeah, end our turn. Let's draw up to 6 cards. And this is the card we needed. Are you kidding me? That's so cool. We can use it to draw 2 cards, and this may really make or break our attack on the treasure fleet. Okay, now I'm really pumped. The dummy player will announce end of round. That much is clear. Let's roll the tidings die. Oh, awesome. For a moment I was afraid that I still had to fight, because then I really may run a little bit short on those cards, but that's perfectly fine. I can move 3 more spaces, and I think I only need 1 more to go. But before we move, of course, we can do that at any time. We may want to use this card here, power it up, of course, and go for 2 more cards. So let's see what we get. I think that's more like it. That's not bad. That's not bad. And here's 1 more. And that's a re-roll. Awesome. Okay, I think I have to do some counting now, if that's enough or not, and then decide if I want to go after the treasure fleet or after Saint-Croix again. Okay, here's the bad news. I really went left, right, top, bottom, and really tried to shift things around. Unfortunately, it's not enough either way to take out that treasure freeze. We are always coming 1 or 2 points short, or so, maybe even 3. Really depends on the combination. If we would roll a critical hit, things would change. But to be honest, I will not rely on that critical hit. Even with the reroll I'm getting here, I think that's really a long shot, and I'm not going for it. So I think in this case, let's go for Saint-Croix here and try it again. It's still challenging. So again, if we would fail, then we are failing. But I will try it anyway. 1, 2, 3 movement points. Of course, we still have to roll that initiative die. I'll have it here next to my cards. So let's roll it. Okay, and that's another miss. So in this case, I want to use this guy here. So this lets me reroll and still gives me +2 long range, which could really help us. But of course we still need to roll a hit, and it's a critical miss. Oh man. Yeah, now I'm toast. So I need 11 and 10 of those. I could still go for a bloodshed. I don't need to defend all of those. If I would be able to defend half of it, I may still have some points left to attack, because then I only get 1 bloodshed token, and this is still fine. I could still go for a hit. The problem is I now have to take a bloodshed token. I have to discard my last remaining reputation token, or I have to discard a card, and either way all is bad. And yeah, again I did the math. There is no chance defending from it and attacking it. I can still, even if I try only to defend half of it, it's always rounded up, so I need 6 and 5 of those. It's still not good enough. It's still not good enough. There are still 3, 4, 5 points missing either way. So I want to try to escape. Yeah, that's okay. I can escape from Saint-Croix. In theory, you could break the rule and now move back in there. It's not. I think it's not really mentioned in the rules if I could go directly back in and attack again. But to be honest, for me, this would really feel like cheating. Just moving back in and back out again until I roll the result I need. Maybe it's allowed, maybe not. I will not do it. And so in this case, I want to go for Santo Domingo here. I will move 1, 2, 3 more movement points. I think we should still have 1 more left. And yeah, let's roll the initiative die again. And this time it's it, of course. Now we don't need it anymore. Okay, that's really not a problem now, taking out Santo Domingo here. But of course, I forgot to discard this card. We use it to reroll. Yeah, we did, but still, it's really not a problem. So we need 7 long range. Yeah, that's really not a problem. So we can power this card here with a reputation token. That's +2. Here we have, I think, 10 points in total of 5. Or 4 and 5, we can use this one. So it's really not a problem. Which is still cool. We sacked Santo Domingo here, so therefore we gain 3 more swagger. We are allowed to gain 2 more reputation. Overall, that brings us to 71 points. Not bad, not bad. But we still have to draw a Chaos card. Here's what we got. If the active player attacks a land territory, which we just did. Oh, come on. Your crew exudes indomitable spirit. Raiding from the sea, there will not be a silencing of the guns. During this combat, your initiative roll is automatically a critical hit. Okay, this is really some sense of humor this game actually has. If I would have this card 1 turn before, 2 turns before, when I move into St. Croix at least, things would have looked totally different there. But yeah, that's like it is. I think I still have 1 more movement point left, but to be honest, why should I leave this lovely place? One thing that's pretty cool though is that we were able to place all our Blackbeard tokens on the board. 1 is up here in Pensacola, and 5 of those are really actual land spaces we were able to sack. And this means we get to draw another naval ship this time, and this would really make the difference. Look at this token here. It's 8+9. This ship alone could have made a big difference if we would have been successful taking after this treasure fleet or not. Yeah, but I will take it anyway. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the turn, end of the round, end of the game. I think we still get some final scoring. So let's have a look at those. So here we gain 2, here we gain 4. We completed both of them. That's 6 more swagger in total. That's not bad. Moving us up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 77 points if I'm not mistaken. And there may be still more. And actually, no, there is not. In competitive mode, perform endgame scoring as follows. So you can still gain some more points, or 2 swagger per level, things like that. But I think I will have to live with 77 points. To be honest, not bad. Which means we are a sailing master. Not too bad, not too bad. Some more points and we would have become a ship's captain. Also very promising, a fleet admiral or a pirate king or queen. How cool is that? But I will totally go for the sailing master here. This makes me pretty happy, to be honest. And yeah, that's how you play the Pirate Republic using the official solo rules. Keep in mind, Colin from One Stop Co-op Shop is doing a cooperative version or playthrough of this game as well. So definitely check out his channel. Anyway, check it out. It's really great stuff he's doing there. And yeah, I may also consider revisiting this game at some point in time. Maybe solo, maybe cooperative league. Not quite sure yet. Overall, it's really a fun and great game. I'm pretty sure I could have done much better. Some of the choices I made were pretty poor. Sorry for all the rule goof I made, but yeah, again, there were really some unclarities in the rules, but they're fixed, or they're getting fixed. So he's really working on a 2nd edition rulebook feverishly, pretty much. So really stay tuned for that. And yeah, overall, really an absolutely fun game. I hope to see you soon in one of my other videos, and yeah, until then, bye bye.